Hey, what's up everyone, it's Grim here, and I know yet more silenced MTAR gameplay. I apologise, this video is taken from the same session as the carrier one, so yes, you have more beautiful silenced MTAR gameplay. Bah, live with it. Anyway, carrying on from my kind of ghost campaign, multiplayer, engine, other stuff, good stuff, this is episode 2. And this one is for the multiplayer, which is a little bit more interesting, I think, for the majority of us. So again, I'm not saying that I'm Drifter or that I have, a life partner working at Infinity Ward or whatever. I don't. Everything I'm talking about is out there in the public domain. And yet again, I always say this: check out Charlie Intel. Guy's a fucking legend. All of this stuff, a lot of it is on there. So but let's get into this now. Let's get balls deep. Okay, first off, and in fact, I will even use Charlie Intel's bullet points and go through them, as I see them, and just chat about them. That's all this is. This is one Call of Duty ghost or Call of Duty gamer talking to other Call of Duty gamers, and just trying to spark up a little bit of conversation, a little bit of interest. That's all this is. So if you guys have got a comment, leave it below. Let me know what you think. Am I talking shit? Probably yes. Don't bother to leave that comment. But what do you think about the various customizations and stuff? Let's get into this, and then if you've got a point, raise it. Put it below. It's the beauty of this. It's not TV. It is interactive. But anyway, let's crack on. So apparently, the dog will be in multiplayer, but they're not discussing how. Well, I've already done a video on that, with the fact that I think the dog will be a controllable kill streak. Single dog, I don't know, probably 500 health or something, and you'll be able to run around controlling him, killing people. All good. I'm not going to dwell on that anymore. As I say, I've already done a video on it. You can lean in multiplayer on all platforms. This used to be in CoD right back in the day. They took it out. It's always been in the PC version, as far as I'm aware. Apologies if I'm wrong. But it's certainly a mainstay of PC gaming that you have the ability to lean. Now, supposedly this is going to be an automatic thing. There are no buttons for it. So if you are stood by a corner and you do your aim down sight, your guy will actually lean and poke his gun out and aim down sight. Which is interesting. I'm not quite sure, whether you're crouching, you'll do a crouch lean, that sort of thing, or if you go prone next to the wall, you'll do a little prone roll to have a look. I'm not sure how that will work. I don't mind. I've got no issue. It will only work if they've slowed the pace of the game down. If it's designed to be a bit more of a, I don't want to say tactical shooter, because that's not really fair. That's not Call of Duty's thing. But if they have slowed the game down a bit more, then it'll be interesting to see. But at the end of the day, you shoot out your forehead in Call of Duty. That's how glitch spots and everything, or head spots, whatever you want to call it, that's how they work. So, be interesting. It might end up being like the dolphin dive. It just, yeah, okay, it's there, but how many people actually fucking use it? But we'll see. Be interesting. Hopefully it means there's less barrels and shit, because you're meant to use the corner of the door or the building, whatever. They're probably going to be a August reveal. We already knew that was coming. Great. They've revamped multiplayer completely. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. When I actually get some game time with it, then we'll know. That's, to be fair, the only way short. The one thing that's fucking bugging the shit out of me is dynamic maps. It pisses me off, okay? Earthquakes, flooding, and this is all, again, this is all from Charlie Intel. Player-driven actions, such as doors being able to open and close, and explosive traps. Right. Let's just stop right fucking there. There is enough, hear me now, enough bullshit in this game. Fucking shock charges. And I'm talking about Call of Duty in general. Claymores, beddies. There is enough shit that players can put down to make the... Right. A favourite of GOATs, and I'll commend him on this, is to, and I know people do this a bit, is throw down a shock charge and throw down a C4. People run through the shock charge, sets it off, double taps the C4 to detonate it. it's a good plan, and it works for him a lot, way more than the Bettys do. But okay, I have ways of countering that. You have flak jacket, you have shock charges, you have tac mask, you have engineer, you have EMP grenades, black hats, lots of good stuff. All right, a fucking earthquake going off. If bits of the map collapse and I'm stood on it, well, that's just fucking annoying. Like the flooding, or the worst, the gondolas. It's annoying. It's an unnecessary death that ruins the flow of the game. There's been times when certainly I've died a lot to gondolas in fucking downhill or whatever, and it's pissed me off because it's ruined the flow of the game, and it just, that sort of thing I think is unnecessary. Anyway, customization. This I'm really interested in. It'd be nice if as you level up and as you progress, you actually, maybe even achievements. So, I don't know, like this guy, if you're knifing somebody and you get X number of knives, you can get a necklace of ears or something like that you can customize. So, rather than just unlocks for player cards or whatever, you actually unlock bits of gear and equipment based on how you play, you can then put on your character. That would be amazing, I think. If you guys haven't seen it already, I'll dig it out. But it's Call of Duty Online in, I think it's out in like Asia, and basically it's an online game of Call of Duty, and they have you have separate customization for hats and various other items. I think we might be going somewhere along that line, but that'd be really cool. Again, if you use, I'm just making up guns, like if you use the flamethrower, you get like a bandana or something like that, or like a blast shield if you use grenade launchers a lot. What else have we got? I'm going to tack another video on the end of this because I'm almost finished. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Apologies for that. You have a little bit of Nuketown now. So, yeah, customization I'm quite interested in. I think that's going to be good if they tie it into things you do, so you can achieve unlocks. And I don't know, it'd be nice to see some gimmicky stuff, like say, you win, like if you're a free-for-all player, and you get, fuck's sake, I don't know, 500 wins in free-for-all, you actually get like a little golden crown that you can wear. It look ridiculous, but it'd be nice to have some stuff like that in it. Some real standout sort of accolades that people have done. Would you wear it? Probably not, but it'd be quite cool to have it. Let's look at. Suppose they want each map to be as different as possible. I'm gonna tie this in with the next one, which is remove the classic symmetrical map layouts. Now, what that means is generally, if you put a ruler down the map or a mirror on the map, it should, halfway cracked is a great example. It mirrors pretty much what's on one side to what's on the other. Now, the reason for this is if you're playing any game. I was going to say if you're playing a particular game type. Actually, I'll take domination because it's a good example. You'll have A, B, C flag. Now, potentially, B is going to be dead center. That's generally always the way it is. Few maps have changed that, but generally it's dead center, hardest one to get. And then on the mirror sides, you've got A and C, which are generally in very similar locations to each other by the player's spawn. If you drastically alter how the map's laid out, and you lose that symmetry, you are in an awful lot of danger of imbalancing the map. Game modes like TDM, well, every game mode would potentially suffer. If you think of, I don't know, one map that's got like at one end, it's like high rise. It's a big multi-story building. Let's put that it's a town map. At one end, you've got a multi-story car park with ledges waist-high ledges everywhere, and the other side is a park. So you've got a multi-story car park, a big sort of 4-lane highway in front of it. Then you've got a park which has got some bandstands and that sort of thing. Now this is a extreme of what you'd go for, but picture that as a little map in your head. Now imagine that you're the team that spawns in the multi-story car park and your flag's there, and now imagine you're the team that spawns in the woodland and, in the park area, and your flag's in the bandstand. Now, it's going to be far easier for the team that's on the elevated position, firing down, to, dominate the round. So if you can just pin them down as they try and cross the road to get to you, you're going to win. Granted, you can put a tunnel underneath, you can do stuff like that. But in those sort of game modes, it can work. But in a TDM, no, it's dangerous when they try and change map layouts too much and make them too imbalanced. But it'd be interesting to see what they come up with. It'd be nice to have something a bit different. The worst idea is one map has a point where a satellite crashes into the map. Whichever team gets the satellite first gets a UAV. Fine if that's a game mode. If you're going to say, look, like, oh god, I can't remember it, Drop Zone. If it's like that and it's a game mode, fine. That actually sounds quite cool to battle it out for this object that's going to fall from the sky. If it's just a random thing it's another random event that we don't need, it's more bullshit. But I'm not putting another video on this. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited?